quite a lot of other movies as well that they're going to develop, but that obviously ended him getting himself fired, getting the franchise onto Tom Holland, and yeah. So we'll start off with the first one. It was, right, I'm not going to spoil it much what it was going to be, but yeah, I'm going to spoil it as much as I can, and I'm going to tell you as much it was going to be. So yeah, stick with it and do not care. Okay, so I'll tell you the first movie and I'll give you a hint. If Liam can guess it, he can tell you. Okay, Liam, here's the first hint. It was meant to have a movie without Electro, but some of the rest of the other villains.
The Sinister Six?
Yep, he just said that the Sinister Six was meant to be a sequel to the Amazing Spider-Man 2, basically probably focusing him on facing the Sinister Six instead of Electro could have Kraven the Hunter in it. So here's basically the plot of it. Let's see. So, the Sinister Six picks up where the Amazing Spider-Man 2 left off, as Harry Osborn leads the new team of Ravencroft in their continued efforts to safeguard humanity. After another international incident involving the Avengers results in collateral damage, political measurements to install a system of accountability and a governing body to determine when to enlist the services of the team. The new status quo fractures the Ravencroft while they try to protect the world from a new and nefarious villain. Now, this villain might be the Vulture, but wait, no, he's part of the Sinister Six, so this might be not Carnage, it's not Venom, it's not so it might be Grey Goblin. So yeah, that was that. Now the next movie after that was going to be called Venom Carnage. Now, there wasn't a plot, but I'm going to make mine up. After the incident in the Sinister Six, actually, let's just say the villain in the Sinister Six was Venom. Taking place after the events of the Sinister Six, Venom is torturing the city as usual, try to face off Spider-Man and try to kill him. But in the middle while they're doing that, a meteor crashes right next to Spider-Man, knocking him out, and then this symbiote called Carnage bonds to him and it creates Spider Carnage. And basically after that, the one mission is to try stop Spider-Man and to destroy the city with this like chaotic suit thing. Yeah. So the last movie in the series was sadly almost going to be The Amazing Spider-Man 3. No, Amazing Spider-Man 3 was going to take plot point after Venom Carnage, and it basically shows that Venom's been defeated but not the actual symbiote, and it's travelled somewhere that Peter might not know but secretly in his house because that was the closest thing to him, and he bonds with it, basically makes him more powerful, can defeat loads of villains, you know. He can defeat loads of villains, like kill them, and he accidentally kills a bunch of people because he tried to like use an exploding thing. He basically like throws it all about and it kills millions of people. So he tries to get it off. By doing that, the symbiote has to try save him from something, which is death of the world basically. So yeah, that was going to be the last series, but I'm going to continue it off with some of my movies that they should add. Now, here's a movie that I think they should definitely add. It's a Miles Morales movie, not animated, And what it basically focuses on, this would be the Amazing Spider-Man, right? This would basically focus off. This would basically continue on a new series. Basically, it would focus on Miles got bitten by a radioactive spider, you know, yada yada yada, and he has to face a villain called. And basically, his dad's a policeman, and the chameleon finds out, so he basically goes in disguise as Miles and does a lot of crime. And when Miles gets arrested, he basically makes his own spider suit and breaks out of prison. And then he shows his dad the real Miles was actually chameleon. No, the fake Miles was chameleon the whole time. And the Miles was secretly arrested for no reason. So his dad's ashamed, and he actually, this might be a little bit dark, he actually might kill himself over this.
Iconic places in Midtown
And that ends maybe that movie off, but it may focus on one villain, yada yada yada. So yeah. Next movie is one where Miles focuses on,
I can get used to this.
you could say, Miles focuses on
Web anyway.
Miles meets like Peter from another universe, which could end up in some serious Spider-Verse hazards. So basically he has to face villains that he's never heard of, like Tombstone. Let's just say, let's say Wilson Fisk. I mean, where he faces Wilson Fisk. Because we've already done the Sinister Six, we've already done quite a lot. So yeah, if you're wondering, like, it would make like a good maybe, but yeah, so he has to face off Wilson Fisk and these plans to, he has to stop him from creating a multiverse to accidentally end up rebooting or making the series even weirder. So yeah, and I'm getting annoyed with this enemy series, the whole entire same thing over and over again. So yeah, it could focus on this move, yeah. So he basically asks Liam, do you like some of my scripts?
Everything.
And basically, in the end, he defeats Wilson Fisk. Then he has to challenge himself to a new villain, and his name is,
You're not so scary.
well, he faces off I know, let's just say he defeats Wilson Fisk, but then he needs to take on the villain Scorpion. And after he's done that, in the next movie, he has to face off 3 other villains that he's never heard of. Shocker, Mr. Negative, and yeah. So he has to basically face off Mr. Negative and Shocker. And then maybe to end the movie off on a high note. Basically, he's crossing over with Spider-Gwen or something. Like, yeah.
Did your mom tell you you could be anything you want? Because she was wrong. You're all tricks. No more tricks.
So yeah, that would end Miles' trilogy off in a high note. Oh no, this lady. She's a psychopath. She really is. She's an actual douche psychopath. What I can't let her do is see me. Right. So let's just say, boom. Chuck it on her! Where is she? I'm right here. Whoa! Whoa!
I tell you, you have other options in life? I'm not really sure you do.
Oh. That's all she had.
I almost died just then.
Leon.
Boredom.
Okay, so that's Miles' trilogy over.
Police officers say casualties would have been
So,
inevitable
yeah.
without the aid of Spider-Man.
That's Miles' trilogy over. Now we need to focus on Spider-Gwen's trilogy. So yeah, none of these movies would actually come out, and I'm just wasting my time making these. Whoa. Basically I am. Okay, Spider-Gwen's trilogy will focus on her playing in a band, but at the same time fighting crime. She'll have 3 villains to face off as well. Maybe more. Okay, so villains that she'll need to face off is Toxin, and then maybe the first movie. Maybe she'll need to face off Toxin with Miles, yeah. Second, Black Cat in the second movie, maybe. I really don't know. And along in the second movie, she needs to face off maybe Molten Man. No, Jack-O-Lantern. And then the third movie, she needs to face off Hydro Man and Molten Man. Basically like Far From Home. Oh wait, I've just realised. Aye, she needs to face off the real Molten Man and Hydro Man. Like the real ones, not like the elementals. Because we didn't actually really get to see them in reality, we just got to saw like them basically being fake, so yeah. So that would be a good time to end off the high note. Well,
Buckle up. Fasten
we're
your
on the
seatbelts.
series. We'll do another one, and this trilogy could focus on maybe 2099.
Hey, I heard they're giving out free donuts down the block.
Or right. So in the first movie, it takes place in 2099 or maybe the mid-future. So yeah, in the mid-future, basically, he's just swaying about, you know, stopping some high-tech criminal crimes and all that.
Back to the action.
But when he's doing that, he suddenly goes to this portal, which starts to send him to an ultimate dimension.
Good thing my costume protects me. Not enough. You know what you should do
So
differently?
basically, he goes to normal Peter's universe or deceased universe, where Peter's is dead in it. Basically, when he does that, basically the villains is ones that Peter have never fought, maybe in the comics, but not in real action movies. So yeah, he in the first movie, he needs to face this villain called Spot. Basically a villain which can teleport in like these black holes, and what that does, that means he can easily attack 2099.
Again. They say bad guys don't think of themselves as bad guys, but come on, you must know.
So yeah,
You're all tricks. No more tricks. Now, on to you.
so yeah. In the second movie, he needs to face Swarm, and he's basically a villain with a guy with a cloak and a purple cloak, but we'll make it a blue cloak and like electromagnet beams.
Didn't I already fight you? Or do you have no original moves whatsoever.
You're all tricks. No more tricks. You're not so scary in person.
So yeah, and then the last movie he'll need to face the Demogorgon, Slide, and Spider Slayer. Right, so that sets off his trilogy. And now, maybe for the next trilogy, we could focus on...
Hey, you'll be less nervous if you picture me naked. You know what? That's weird. Don't do that.
Maybe what we can do is they can make a live action 1967 cartoon where mostly his villains are just weird, like a grizzly bear, a white dragon, and Superior Spider-Man. So that could be all his three villains. And next week we can make a spectacular Spider-Man movie. He has to face off a speed demon, Slide is his name, Slide, and Beetle. So yeah. Next we can do an Ultimate Spider-Man movie. He can face the Enforcers, Spider-Side, and... let's just say to finish the trilogy off, Jackal, and the rest of the villains. Let's just say Jackal is a gang leader. He's like the leader of a gang, just like Martin Lee. And his goal is to kill Spider-Man.
Me to stand there?
But Spider-Man maybe wins. And what he does is he crosses over with all the other Spider-Verses for one last swing. So yeah, that is just my idea. Oh, maybe Spider-Man Noir can face
Spider-Man is being
Toxin,
called a hero for putting an end to a Wild
Toxin,
West-style gun battle.
Boomerang, and Tarantula. They're all villains, by the way. I know they have weird names.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
So that kind of sets off all the important Spider-Man.
Save that hostage fast.
Oh, we forgot a couple. Maybe. Wait, let's think here. If we were to set Scarlet Spider up for a couple of movies, he could face off Electro, Craven, and the Kingpin. So it could be all his three movies. Superior Spider-Man could face off Venom, Spider-Man and his, you know, mind, and the Lizard. And all that, so yeah. That's all like the important characters that I can think of, so.
A bot.
Okay. So like we already have quite a lot of Spider-Man. Liam, do you want me to tell you about some villains that Miles should face off in his trilogy if he ever gets one? So what I said Miles should face in the first movie, he should maybe face off. Who was it again, man? Oh, I completely forgot. Right, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. See you tomorrow.